Market bargains, definitely harder to find. When you move into some months of September and and you have banking at all-time highs or pretty close to all-time highs, say 52-week highs. You have technology near at highs. You have industrials near or at 52-week or all-time highs. Many different companies in many industries in or at all-time highs. It becomes very difficult to find those bargains. And as I always say, you want to buy good quality names at good prices. Well, a lot of good quality names, but you have to really do your homework to figure out what the good prices are. And just to kind of back up what I've just said, our first chart shows the sectoral performance of the different industries. And if you look year to date, you only have one name in this middle column here, year to date, that is red, and that is the healthcare sector. And the healthcare sector for a while now has not performed well, but everything else is in the green. I always want to focus on a bit longer term. You look at the 5-year number, everything is green. Some of the biggest sectors, financial sector, 113% gain, 160% gain in energy in the 5-year number. And if you look 10 years, so if you take 10 years, and I always say, not that investing is a game, but if it were to be a game, investing would be the best game in town, because if you invest, you will always make money over the long term. You buy good quality, you will make money. Yes, if you buy some penny stock, for sure, you might not have any money left in a couple of months, but if you buy a good quality name, a big name, big cap tech, bank, pharma, whatever you're looking at, over 10 years, you don't lose money. And if you look at the 10-year numbers, you look at the S&P 500, 235% gain. The information tech industry, 700% gain over 10 years. It's unbelievable. And that is why you invest. And as I said, coming into September, we're looking at 52-week or even all-time highs on many names. The next chart we have, S&P 500 PE ratio. You could see up spike. That came 2008 to 2010, coming out of the financial crisis. But lately, we've also started to see an upturn in the S&P 500 PE ratio. Things are not as cheap as they once were. So when you couple coming out of July, which is always a top month for the year, more often than not, August, not so great. It's a bit of a ho-hum month for this year, sort of flattish, maybe slightly higher. And then you hit September at all-time highs or close to it. What do you get? Well, you usually get a bit of a sell-off. And we've seen this chart before. Our next chart shows that more often than not, the months of September and August are negative. The pink there, not so important to see what the numbers are, but if you see pink, that shows that those months are negative. So I'm not saying that you can't invest in the month of September. I will be investing for individual investors in September, always looking for bargains. It just means that the bargains are a little bit harder to come by. But make no mistake, if you do your homework, you do your research, you can find some good quality names, diamonds in the rough, as I call them, even in the month of September.